Do you think we're already doing the show?
The show never ends. It's 8:43. Good morning, everybody. Natalie McLean is here, and she has a book out, brand new, called Unquenchable, A Tipsy Quest for the World's Best Bargain Wines. How are you?
I'm great.
What a great odyssey to be going on.
It was a lot of fun. I went to a different region for every chapter and tried to seek out those obsessive, compulsive winemakers, really colorful characters who were into wine but making good wine at reasonable prices.
Okay, so you've brought some examples along, and these are all wines that we could buy right now?
Absolutely, and they're all from Niagara. I'm a big fan of Niagara wines, and it's not just because it's, cool these days to drink local, eat local. We're making really, really great wines. Mm-hmm. We specialize in nice, zippy, dry white wines like this Riesling from Featherstone. Mm-hmm. This one is $16. Now, that may not sound like, dirt cheap price, but for the quality, if you compare what's in the bottle in Niagara to some benchmark regions around the world, they're bargains. Mm-hmm. They're real steals. Over here we have Open, which is a combination Riesling Gewürztraminer. It's just $12. Wow. It's got a screw cap, so you can get into it easily and quickly.
Cap, I got to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Lots of screw caps there.
Yeah, that's sort of the way it's going now, isn't it? Because everybody's for so long looked down their nose at that, but it actually is a better seal, isn't it?
It is. It is. It's with traditional cork from the bark of a cork tree. You have the risk of cork taint, and that just makes your wine smell like a musty attic, which is not nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, all right, so some of the others?
All right, we have Open, the red version of Open, which is a Cab Merlot, again, just $12. Now, here in the center, we have Le Clos Jourdain Pinot Noir. We do Pinot Noir very, very well here. I'm going to say the price. Don't jump, but it's
$30. Before we came on about this, David, look,
he's leaving the room.
Really?
Yeah.
The $30 is too much for the Gary wallet?
$30.
$30. But
what if you were having a dinner party?
I'd have to have Halle Berry over for $30.
She might come over if you had this wine.
So you're saying $30 is a steal because it tastes phenomenal.
Tastes great. The benchmark Pinot Noir comes from Burgundy, France. Mm-hmm. That starts at $50, but it can easily go up to $1,000 a bottle. Wow. So if you are passionate about Pinot Noir, if you remember that movie Sideways, people are really fixated on it. Niagara does great Pinot.
So if you compared this bottle to that $50 or $100, would you be able to tell unless you were a real connoisseur?
Niagara Pinots taste like Niagara, which is a good thing. We have our own style, our own climate influences it, so I would be able to tell the difference. But if you're talking quality, I've tasted Le Clos Jourdain against Burgundies at $50, $60, even $70, and it holds its own.
What are the Niagara notes, if you will, in a Pinot?
Niagara notes.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Is it apple?
Well, in a Pinot,
grapey.
A quick shortcut to remember. Red wines tend to have dark fruit aromas, so you will get like berries, dark berries, cherries, black cherries, really, and this is very supple. It's like liquid silk. It's medium-bodied. It goes down slippery fast. Yep. It's a really terrific wine. When you're talking about the white wines, you think about light tree fruit, like apples or peaches or pears, that kind of thing, and really mouth-watering, great wines.
But are you tasting dirt? People say that.
Yeah, no, it's a good question.
Talk about
the acidity or whatever that's in the
soil. Yeah,
the shield. Are you tasting escarpment?
I do. Not
you
literally.
do.
I'm not out there on the fields eating dirt, but what comes through is, the fancy term is terroir, but it really is a product of the soil.
Yeah.
So I love how the wine vocabulary can just make it sound so fancy. It's not dirt.
It's terroir. And you only need a few quick statements like, I'm getting dark cherries under an arc of tar, and I think it rained that fall. But
people will throw you out of their dinner party if you say that.
With conviction, then they'll all go, yeah, I'm getting there too.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So do all wines have sort of a good price point option, or are there certain varieties that lend themselves better to a good price point?
Well, in the book, I go to a lot of regions that are warm climates, like Argentina and Sicily. Yeah, the big fleshy Malbecs that are coming out these days. Catina is a good one. There are all sorts of them. They clock in at about $12 to $15 because their costs are lower. It's warm all the time. They're not fighting mildew and pests and off vintages the way we have to in Canada. We have a cool climate, makes nice, good wines, but it's a higher cost of production.
So you just drank your way all around the world and wrote
You're
about
a smart
it.
lady.
Yeah.
You turned that into a gig. That is smart.
I have a Teflon liver, yeah.
That is amazing. Well, you were named the world's best drinks writer, I'm just reading here, at the World Food Media Awards in Australia. So clearly you know what you're talking about. What was your favorite region, place, country?
I loved Australia, and in particular, I met Wolf Blass. He's not a brand character; he's a real man.
He's a real man.
He is, yeah.
I
Everybody
always
thinks
buy
he's like
Wolf
Duncan
Blass.
Hines or something.
Right.
Yeah. But he was amazing. He's into his 70s, but he has the energy of a man half his age and twice his height, I should say. He's about 5'3". So, but he makes some wonderful wines, and he's very, very passionate. He knows that, you know, behind every bottle there's a story and a person, and that's what I'm trying to get at in the book, so that, you know, in telling the stories about these people, and I was able to get into their living rooms and their dining room tables. Wine gives me an excuse to be nosy. You get the story of wine, and then, you know, at the end there's tips on how to buy them and what to get.
Fantastic. Unquenchable, a tipsy quest for the world's best bargain wines. Natalie MacLean, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And if people are looking for a shopping list, I have lots of wines on my website at nataliemaclean.com.
Great, and check out ours for the link as well, morningshow.ca. We'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you.
Thanks, Natalie.
Guys.
I want to write